Okay, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome to another live financial Q&A session for the McCrary Financial School. I am Ryan J. McCrary. If you don't know who I am already, I am Ryan J. McCrary. I'm the CEO and founder of McCrary Financial Solutions, which owns the McCrary Financial School. McCrary Financial Solutions provides financial literacy, digital marketing, and entrepreneurship to the African American community and otherwise. And that is the owner of the McCrary Financial School. Everybody, please type your questions in the Q&A or the chat section. Also, type down where you're from. I see my man Derek Williams is in here. I'll turn my camera on in a minute. My man Derek Williams in here from Mississippi. I remember this time from Mississippi, but I believe you live in Philly. Correct me if I'm wrong, Derek, but I believe you're from Mississippi, but you live in Philly. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But since you're in Philly, I definitely would love for us to meet up. Whenever you have time. Also, you should definitely come out to our I Buy Black meetings. The next meeting, I believe, is not this Saturday. I think next Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not sure exactly where it'll be at yet, but I can definitely let you know. But you should definitely come out to the meetings. And this year, the All Black National Convention is going to be in Philadelphia. So definitely come out to that. Everybody else, if you're close to Philly, I would suggest you drive in or fly in. People literally came at the last convention in Louisville. People literally came from Alaska and California and Oregon to come to Kentucky. Even coming from PA to Kentucky wasn't all that close, but it was definitely well worth the trip. Definitely well worth the trip. So today I just want to talk about like how to invest in the marijuana industry. I just found a way you can invest if you are interested, not telling you to do it, but telling you if you are interested, how you can do it. Also, we can talk about crypto if you would like. I know, Derek, you asked before about crypto, if we could talk about crypto, but we can definitely do that if you guys would like. I'm not a crypto expert at all by any means, but I still think it's worth discussing, and I know a fair amount about it enough to discuss it. I also want to discuss just ways to start your online business because I actually did a little special promotion on the weekend where I gave away just free access to the social media marketing course just for like literally like one day to see people who are interested. And a lot of people were interested. A lot of people are interested in making money online and just running an online business. Okay, Derek, greetings. Hey, yeah, greetings, Mr. McCrary. Greetings, King. Yes, I've been in Philadelphia since I was discharged from the Navy. Okay, Greenville, Mississippi, all day, every day. It's dropping, but it's the par for the course. Absolutely, great, great, great. So yeah, Greenville, Mississippi. I've never been there. I've only been like through Mississippi. I never like actually got to like hang out and stay in Mississippi. I when I was in Atlanta a couple years ago, me and my cousin, we drove to New Orleans. So when you drive to New Orleans from Atlanta, you go through like Alabama and Mississippi to get to Louisiana. And that was the only time I was even like through Mississippi. I would love to go and just, experience it, go into the deep south. But yeah, since you are in Philly, man, you definitely got to come out to our All About Black meetings. The next one, like I said, is next week, I believe. I can give you the info if you definitely are interested. I think it'll be somewhere in West Philly. And we'll have I forget who's speaking at this one. I think it's Harold Epps. Harold Epps is he's the director of the Black. I think either the Chamber of Commerce of Philadelphia or the Black Chamber of Commerce of Philadelphia. Harold Epps. He'll be speaking at the next I Buy Black meeting. I think a few other people will be speaking at the next I Buy Black meeting. So Derek, since you're in Philly, I would strongly suggest you come out. Also, come to the All Black National Convention. Let me turn my camera on for you guys. Also, come out to the All Black National Convention. It's going to be in Philadelphia. So if you're in Philadelphia, I see Aaron just came. I know he's in New York. So if you're in New York or Maryland or DC or wherever, Boston, Atlanta, just strongly just come to Philly. Come to Philly. You will have a great time. I'll make sure to show you a great time in Philly. I'll make sure I keep you safe in Philly because you do want to be safe coming to Philly. I'll make sure of that. Absolutely. Okay, Derek, I tend to, and I always use my iBuy Black card. Great. My lady was treating me to a massage from Massage at the Remedy. My turn next month. Okay, that's great, great. I'll talk about that in a minute. Aaron said, "What's the dates?" I think it's the end of September. Let me see. I'm gonna share my screen. I think I actually talked to Dr. Boyce earlier today. I think they have it on the website now. I think it's the end of September. What was that URL? I know I had it earlier. So I just talked to him earlier. I think he's actually going to be in Philly next week. We're supposed to meet. Let me see. I know I have it. I'll find it. Yeah, I'll find the URL. I think it is. Yeah, September 28th. Let me send this URL out so I can bring it up on the screen. Yeah, September 28th until I think the 30th. So let me see. Yeah, it's going to be September 28th to the 30th. So yes, please, guys, if you can, please come out. Please come out. Y'all be headed to all, but yes, definitely come out, man. Definitely would love to meet you in person. Number one, like online is good. I'm all about online learning and networking stuff online. At the end of the day, it's nothing like meeting somebody in person. So I love to meet you in person, King. Derek, you in my city, you live in Philly, so I love to meet you in person as well. But yeah, I mean, definitely come out, man. Definitely come out. I know Andre will be there. A lot of people will be there. Voice will be there, of course. I'm not sure exactly who the lineup is for all the speakers, but definitely, especially since you in New York, man, definitely come get you. It's 28th to the 30th. I think that date is like officially locked in. I don't think that'll change. So definitely try to get your hotel early or Airbnb. I think Airbnb may be cheaper. You ain't got to get no flight. So you ain't got to do that. You can just drive down or take the train down or whatever, but just make sure you're here. Make sure you're here. Like I said, I'm going to show you a good time. When the fetch is over, if y'all want to go out, I'll show you a good time. Keep you safe in Philly, show you everything Philly's about so we can definitely, have a great time. But so if you guys have any questions to start, like I said, a few people just came in. If tonight I want to talk about number one, how you can invest in the marijuana industry if you are interested. Number two, we can talk about crypto if you would like. I know Derek Williams wanted to, before he emailed me and said, he emailed me. I know Derek, you emailed me and said you wanted to do like a crypto Q&A, which is fine, absolutely. And also want to talk about just the ways to like get your online business up and running. I know Aaron got his business up and running, which is amazing. But just more tips on how to get it up and running if you don't have it up and running, and how to, if it is up and running, how do we scale it up more? How do we do more? Okay, so Derek says, Bitcoin is now under 9,900. Yeah, it's dropping. It's been dropping crazy. Any thoughts as far as A, B, and C? Yourself, the mighty Zaza Ali, and Dr. Watkins are on my list of shaking hands. Yep, great. Thank you, Derek. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you, Derek. But you in Philly, so we ain't gotta wait till September if you don't want. But yeah, my thoughts on Bitcoin. I mean, honestly, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just been seeing it like it just definitely keeps going on. It's been having a rough month. A lot of things going on, but I mean, me personally, I don't have too many thoughts about it. I mean, when I bought Bitcoin, I bought it with money that was like extra money, like here. I don't know too much about this Bitcoin stuff. Like Dr. Boyce, signed off on it. A lot of people I seen Bill Gates sign off on it. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna just buy it. But I didn't buy it, with money like if I lose it, I'm gonna, not gonna have anywhere to live, where it's gonna be my life savings. No, I bought it because I'm all about being diversified and just seeing, the money I can make. I did make money, and then that money has since went down. My original investment, I still have more than my original investment because I think when I bought it, Bitcoin was probably around 3,000 or so. I bought it like probably June or July of last year. I think that was when it was around 3,000. So it's still, up for me. I still haven't, got a loss or anything. But it definitely is interesting. A lot's been going on. But if you are have Bitcoin and stuff, you don't want to necessarily sell. When it's doing bad and stuff like that. But you just want to ride it out. Let's see how it is. I'm a long-term investor, so definitely could turn around. But at the end of the day, nobody knows. That's one thing, with investments and stocks, stuff like that. No one knows. So no one knows if Bitcoin is going to recover. No one knows if Bitcoin is going to tank. No one really knows. So for me, I still got my Bitcoin. I'm holding on to it. I ain't selling it because it could, it was at 20,000 like a few months ago. So it could easily go right back to 20,000, 25, 30,000, keep going up. A lot of analysts think it's going to keep going up. But, we just have to see. Okay, so Derek says, so you want to meet me, Zaza, and Dr. Boyce. Yeah, I mean, Zaza's cool. I met her last year. Yeah, I mean, she's cool. She'll probably definitely be there. Not sure exactly who else is going to be there. But yeah, I think that's it. But so let's first thing I want to talk about, number one was just the marijuana industry. So I did find a way that I just invested through corporate cannabis. So I did it through the Stash app. You don't necessarily have to do it through the Stash app, but that is what I did. So if you do, a lot of people saying like, how do I buy? How do I buy it? How do I buy it? Let me see. Okay, Audrey says, where are we going to be? You mean for the convention, Audrey? You mean for the convention is going to be at Alton Reed School. Alton Reed High School, which is in South Philly, right off 76 in South Philly. So if that's what you're referring to, the convention, yeah, that's definitely where it's going to be. Unless you're talking about something else. Very cool. Their date. Yeah, I think it's September 28th, I believe, until September 30th. September 28th until September 30th. Yeah, Alton Reed. So definitely make sure you come out. Yep, that is nice. Also, yeah, a few other people just came on. You guys, please type your questions in the chat or the Q&A section if you have questions. Please put them in. Let me see. Okay, see, my wife just came in. So corporate cannabis. So this is, so if you want to buy cannabis, corporate cannabis, you want to invest in the industry, you can do it through the Stash app. There are probably other ways, but this is the way that I know specifically how to do it, and I specifically bought it. So I did it through the Cash app. So as you guys consider corporate cannabis. Now the top holdings I have in my hand, let me see if they have them on here. I know I have them on the app. So the top holdings are Kronos Group Incorporated. Yeah, so here are all the top holdings right here. G5 stock available. Talk about that in a minute. Okay, so these are all the top holdings for this one. So it's Kronos Group, Canopy Group, Growth Corporation, Aurora, Medleaf. I don't know any of these, but these are the top holdings in there. This investment is seen as aggressive, and the name of the investment is ETFMG Alternative Harvest ETF. So it actually is an ETF. But what I was saying before, because a lot of people ask me about like marijuana industry, stuff like that. And what I always say is like, I want to invest in the whole industry. I don't want to necessarily just invest in one company or one or two companies because that's risky. If that company tanks, we lose all our money. I'd rather invest in the industry with like multiple different companies. So this is a way if you're interested in how to get it. Like, again, I don't give advice. I'm not telling you definitely you should pick this. You're going to make money. I'm saying if you want to invest in the industry, this is a very, very easy way to do it. So you get the Stash app, download it, and you can put as low, I think a little is like $10 is like the minimum or something like that. And then you can be in the industry. So this is, like I said, there's probably other ways to do it, but this is the way that I know specifically. If you say I want to get in the industry, You can do it tomorrow. You can download the app and put some money in tomorrow and have some investments in the corporate cannabis industry. So let me see. Okay, so Lauren says G5 stock available. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by G5 stock available? Can you be more specific, Queen? Not sure exactly what you mean by that, but again, this is just a way to invest in the corporate cannabis industry, because as we know, this cannabis industry is getting crazy. It's definitely getting crazy. All right, Derek says, since we've been on this bull run in the market, do you see a correction this year? I run with E-Trade, so is that ETF for marijuana would be with them? You can ask them. Let me see. The ETF name is, let me go back to it. It's ETFMG. I'm gonna type it in the chat. It's ETFMG. Alternative Harvest ETF. So you can ask them if they have that. Like I said, I bought it through the Stash app. That's just how I bought it. But you should be able to, if you use E-Trade, go through E-Trade to buy it, or go through TD. I use TD Ameritrade or Vanguard or Schwab or whatever. You should be able to go through them. Aaron says, thanks for this. Between odds into this. Yep, exactly. I like that. I like action. Like, seriously, that's what I'm saying. Like, I like people that's going to take action. So me, I'm like, all right, if you want to invest in it, it's really easy. You get the Stash app, you put $20 in it, you can do it like that. So I like that you took action. Again, this one is seen as aggressive, so I'm not telling anybody to do it. I'm not saying I'm recommending you doing it. I'm just saying if you want to do it, this is a way to do it. This is a way to invest it. And the main thing is be diversified. So if you put some money in that, maybe put some money in some other things. I think in my Stash app, I got the blue chip stock as well. I got like a couple different things, so I just get multiple different things. But at the end of the day, like $20, $30, like that's not going to hurt. Like, that's not going to hurt. We spend that money on dumb stuff all the time. When you spend your money in the mall, that's a 100% negative return on investment. 100% negative return on investment. When you go out to eat or whatever the case may be, which is good, we want to go to a restaurant, we want to go to, to get nice things, the car, whatever. That's a 100% negative return on the investment, because it's not an investment. So it's a 100 negative return. So even if you put money in investment or marijuana or other ETFs and you lose, 10%, 20%, 50%, whatever, you didn't lose 100%. You didn't lose 100%. And I guarantee you keep that stock for over a long period of time, you're definitely going to make money. Over the last 120 years of the stock market, nobody has ever lost money. Nobody has ever lost money in the 120 years of the stock market. As long as you're in a well-diversified portfolio and you have the account for, I believe, at least 10 years, no one's ever lost money, ever. So the misconception that you're going to lose money if you invest is BS. We have Audrey in here. I want to let everybody know Audrey is definitely one of our top students. She will be getting interviewed by me, her, and her sister. The last Q&A we had, we went over Audrey's website, therollingnoteandmore.com. So I will be interviewing Audrey. I believe it's on the 15th, Queen, at 10 a.m. So make sure you guys come out and support. She is a fellow student. She's one of the top students. She has an amazing notary business and other businesses. And she left the corporate plantation. So she's a prime example where I've seen specifically how she left the plantation. And I hope, Audrey, you'll be able to share some of that when I interview you, because when I met her almost 2 years ago, I think it was summer 2016, when I first started my business, summer 2016, and we first met in person. She was at work on the plantation. I brought her up some T-shirts. We got to talk in person. And she was on a plantation and she hated her job. She didn't like it. It was BS. She going through it, racism, all that. And now, almost 2 years later, like, we can see and say specifically, she's not at that job anymore. She has her own company. She has, multiple streams of income. She's doing her thing. And I know she's happy that she ain't got to get up and go into that job every day. She's a prime example of how you can realistically leave the plantation and run your own company. Okay, so Theo says, which is better to invest, mutual funds or individual stocks? That's more of a preference, and it depends on the situation. But what I will say is mutual funds give you instant diversification. So mutual funds are made up of like hundreds of different stocks into one fund. So they could be seen as less risky because you're invested in multiple different companies. If you just buy, a share of stock in Apple, you just have Apple, if God forbid, which probably won't happen. But let's say Apple goes down, and then you lose your money that you had invested in Apple, as opposed to being in like a mutual fund. Like you can go to Vanguard. I'll pull up Vanguard. That's what I usually invest with. Like you can invest in a mutual fund, and it may have Apple in there, it may have Disney in there, it may have Exxon Mobil in there, it may have whatever Netflix in there. So you're invested in like multiple different stocks. So if God forbid one of those companies go down, you're invested in multiple different companies. So you're at less risk and you're well diversified. So for beginning investor, I would say it's probably maybe better to invest in a mutual fund. But another thing about mutual fund is they usually have a higher minimum investment. So with the share of stock, like you can have 50, $100 and just buy a share of stock, as opposed to a mutual fund. Most of them, the minimum is 1,000, and a lot of them actually the minimum is actually $3,000. So for the people that don't have an extra 1,000 or 3,000 to invest in a mutual fund, you can just buy a share of stock. So let me bring the funds up. I think we had another question on here. Okay. Yeah, Aaron says, all right, started throwing all my extra change into a stash for the past 2 months and about 4%. Can't go wrong. Absolutely. Can't go wrong. You do that auto stash and you could just put it in and just keep on going. Yeah, another thing is acorns. If you don't have stash, you can get acorns, you can get Robinhood. Those are the three ones that I know. I use stash and I use acorns. But yeah, I mean, like literally, there's no excuse not to invest in the stock market. That's something I'm passionate about. There's literally no excuse not to invest in the stock market. Like I honestly I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, of course, if you don't know information, absolutely. A lot of people, most of us, of course, we didn't grow up with financial literacy. We didn't grow up learning about investments and wealth building and how to buy stocks. Of course, we didn't learn that. We don't know that. We're unfamiliar with that. But if you do have the information now, like me or Dr. Boyce or anybody else that talks about it on a daily basis, now that you have the information, now what's your excuse? And now they have apps. Like, these apps are like relatively new. These apps are probably within the last couple of years. Apps came out. So that makes it even easier. So now with 5, 10, 20 extra bucks, whatever the case may be, there's no reason not to invest. So I hope everybody that's in here right now, I hope you all are investors in the stock market. Like I know Aaron is, I know Audrey is, I know Derek is. Let everybody else let me know. Let me know if you are investors in the stock market. Do you have equity? If you don't, how do we get you where you can get it? Okay, so I'll just browse the mutual funds for I'll browse the mutual funds for Vanguard. Let me see. Okay. Sorry, tablet keeps shutting off. Yes, got a bit happening. Okay. It's okay, Audrey. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you feel better. I know you was sick. I'm happy that you feel better. All right. So where are these list of funds? Here we go. Okay, so here are just some of the mutual funds held by Vanguard. This is what I usually buy from Vanguard. You don't have to. But okay, so these are the money market funds. These are just cash reserves. That's just going to be stable. That's kind of like a savings account. You're going to see it pays basically no interest year to date, 11% interest, 13%, or I'm sorry, not 11, 0.11% interest, 0.13% interest. So that's like not even a quarter of a percent interest. So it's like having a savings account. That is just a cash reserve. So people have money market accounts just to like protect money, keep it safe. That money is not basically at risk at all. And then there's tax exempt ones, still money market. You see the return is very, very small. It's like having a savings account. Then they have the bond funds. I'm not a big fan of bond funds. Bond funds are conservative. So if you want to take like, less risk on, or some of them pay like monthly dividends, you like want to, live off dividends and stuff like that, you can get one of the bond funds. You see they haven't even been doing that well year to date. Now I know the year just started, but they're like all like a negative return. And like look at the 1 year, 5 year, 10 year. So you see they pay, a little interest. Over 10 years, you would have got like 3% average return, 2%, 4%. So they don't pay much interest, but they are, conservative, and most of them pay monthly dividends. So you can reinvest those dividends, or you can use those dividends as income, and that your money's working for you. So you buy a fund, and then monthly you get a check just for being an investor. That's something that I'm a big fan of. Okay, let me see. So those are, like I said, those are the bond funds, investment grade bond funds. Is it best to use MailChimp for my email automation or something like Kit, which Shopify has been really pushing me to use? That's a great question. I'm going to talk about that. Give me 1 minute. That's a great question. So these are the bond funds, and there's like the balance funds. Those are a mixture of like stocks and bonds. The target retirement fund. So these are good. These are for like retirement. So if you say like I'm not going to retire until 2050 or 2060, the way those investments work are they'll automatically change. So it'll start out aggressive as you're further from retirement, and as you get older, closer to retirement, the investment will automatically get conservative, because when you're younger, you have a long time before you're going to retire. So I have a lot of, I can take a risk on, I can be aggressive. But as I get older, closer to retirement, I don't want to take a lot of risk on, because I don't want to lose my retirement money potentially when I need it. And those investments will automatically change and be more conservative. You won't have to do it yourself. Okay. Theo says, which gives a better return, mutual funds or stock? I heard mutual fund has hidden fees, and thanks for answering my question. Oh, of course. Honestly, it depends. I mean, that's just a little bit too broad of a question, only because it depends on the type of mutual fund. So as you can see, there are a lot of different mutual funds. So you see, these are all the mutual funds just at Vanguard alone. We're not talking about all the hundreds of other companies that are out there. And you see the return. Look at all the returns of the different companies, different mutual funds. So to say, is a mutual fund return better than a stock return? It depends, number one, what type of mutual fund it is, and it depends on what stock you have. So it's really going to depend, but the fees is crucial. So I'm glad you mentioned that. That's why I like Vanguard, because they have little to no fees. Little to no like front end loads or back end loads or management fees. They have very, very small, basically no fees at all. And that is something that can get you with mutual funds. And with other companies that have higher fees, that can affect your return. So I could be with Vanguard or be with T. Rowe Price and have this basically the same fund, but since T. Rowe Price's fees are higher, I'll probably have a better return with my Vanguard fund because the fees are lower than as opposed to T. Rowe Price, even if they're invested in the same thing because of the fees. That could also, be a lot of fees with buying stocks depending on the company. But as far as which one has a better return in general, it really depends on which fund you have. So let's go back to Aaron's question, because Aaron asked a very, very good question. Let me see. Okay, so with Shopify, number one, I strongly suggest you use Kit. Kit is a VA, so it's a virtual assistant for free. That's a free virtual assistant, so definitely use Kit. Use that and use your email list. So Kit is the VA. So like I use Kit as well for Shopify. So for my Kit, I could probably show y'all. So for my Kit, I can basically, just say like, what do I want it to do? So I can, I don't know if I'll bring it up, But I can go to I can send a message to Kit right now and say I'll say like hi, it'll be automatically responding. I'll say like post my new T-shirt on my Facebook page, and then Kit will automatically put it out, or Kit will automatically send emails out on my behalf for people that previously purchased. Basically, anything you want Kit to do. If you want Kit to run an ad for you, if you want Kit to run an ad for you on Facebook, or you want Kit to run an ad for you on Instagram, or if you want Kit to send out an email marketing campaign on your behalf, if you want Kit to just post to your Facebook business page or Shopify, whatever page you have, like Black Legacy or whatever, if you want Kit to automatically post for you, you can do that. If you want Kit to follow up with emails, like Derek just purchased something from my store, the Young Black Mind shirt. And then as soon as he purchased, he got that email that says like, thanks for purchasing, like cheers, stuff like that from Ryan McCrary, Our Black Apparel. And then Derek, he responded back to that, but that was my Kit. Like that actually wasn't me. That was automated, and that was from my virtual assistant Kit that sent the email out as soon as you purchase. Thank you for your purchase. If you need anything, please let us know. Cheers from Ryan McCrary at Our Black Apparel. That was all from Kit. So Aaron, I would strongly suggest you use Kit and use MailChimp. Definitely use MailChimp. I used to use MailChimp. Now I use Infusionsoft for my email marketing. But MailChimp is definitely a great resource. It's free. They give you up to 2,000 email contacts, which is great. And you can have that integrated with your store. I think you already have integrated with your store probably. Yeah, MailChimp is good, and use Kit. So what you do like on your site, I think you have it on your site. Like as soon as someone goes to your site, you have that pop up of like a discount and something like that. That's what I had on my site. And anybody that may opt in for the discount, even if they don't purchase, they may opt in for the discount, and that'll go right to your MailChimp list. And send out your email marketing at least once a week. New products, new things you got going on, any sales, any specials, any promos. Definitely use MailChimp and use Kit. So let me know if that helps you with your question, King. But yeah, I would definitely suggest you use both. Like Kit is great, especially number one because it's free. And then MailChimp is good just for email marketing. All right, Derek said Dr. Watkins as well, as you say. If you buy Jordans, get stock in Nike, absolutely. Have a position in Sony, ticker symbol SNE, and Paul George's new PlayStation sneaker comes out on the 10th. Oh, okay. Them things is heat. I won't feel bad dropping the $110 since I have Sony stock. I've had the E-Trade bug since I saw the first commercial back in the early 90s. That's a great point. But yeah, definitely that's what I say. If you got Jordans, buy stock in Nike. The Nikes are less than the sneakers. The Nikes I'm sorry. The Nikes, the stock, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. I'm sleepy. The stock is less than the sneakers. So if you got a pair of Jordans and you paid $150, $200, $250, $300 for some Jordans, a share of stock is like 50 or 60 bucks. So if you could spend 200 on some damn sneakers, I don't know why the share price ain't coming up. If you can spend 150, 200, 300, there it is, 300 for some sneakers, a share of stock is $67.65. I don't think you can buy a dope pair of Nikes for 67 bucks. I don't think so. I like Nikes too. I've been getting a lot of Hirachis lately. Hirachis ain't $67. They're like at least 100, 120, 150. So I can get like 3 shares of stock for what I pay for the sneakers, and the sneakers will give me emotional high. It'll be good. They'll look good on my feet, but they ain't giving me no real value. They're not giving me no equity. So if you own a pair of sneaks, also buy the share of stock. Like, why not? You can do both. Like, you can have your cake and eat it too. You can definitely do both. It's all about having the knowledge and just doing it. So Aaron says, okay, thanks, great, yeah. I hope that was helpful. Yeah, just definitely do Kit. Number one, because it's free. It won't cost you nothing. And then also, yeah, MailChimp is very good for email marketing. It's free as well, up to 2,000 contacts. So yeah, definitely use both. But yeah, I mean, I don't get that. Like, if you have the sneaks, like buy the share of stock as well. Like, seriously, if you got the iPhone, like my iPhone, I have an iPhone X. A share of stock in Apple is less than this damn X. So you damn right if I'm going to have the iPhone X or 8 or 6 or 5 or 7. I'm going to also have a share of stock in Apple. I think Apple is probably like, I don't know what it's like, a buck something now. I know it's less than I know it's less than the iPhone X. 167.78. Yeah, 167.78. Um yeah. So I don't think you can get the iPhone for 167. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but if you go in there and say, listen, I want the iPhone X, I only got 167 total, not monthly. I'm going to pay. I'm going to pay for the whole phone for 167. They're going to say, get out of the store. But you can buy, a couple of shares of stock for less than the phone. So I'm just saying do both. I'm not saying it got to be either or. Like if you just buy the stocks, don't buy Nikes. I'm not saying that. I'm saying do both. Is they definitely have the ability to do both. So if anybody has any other questions or comments, please type them in. If you just joined, some people already joined. Now we are recording this, so don't worry. I'll send the recording out to everybody as well. If you missed like the beginning part, I'll send it out to everybody. But if you just came on before we came on, we talked about number one, corporate cannabis. Aaron just bought his. Um, you can buy it from the Stash app, and they have corporate cannabis on the Stash app. The underlying investment is an ETF. I think I typed it in the chat. It is an ETF. So if you just want to buy that ETF outside of Stash app, you can. But yeah, that gives you the ability to do it. Also, we've been talking about online stuff. If you want to have an online business, which I strongly suggest everybody has, and you want to have e-commerce products, I would strongly suggest you use Shopify. Shopify is basically the best in the business when it comes to e-commerce. I think the minimum to pay a month is like $30 or something like that. For what they give you for the $30, they give you a free VA virtual assistant kit. They give you a lot of analytics that are great. You can link it to your Facebook page. So Aaron, also, if you haven't already, make sure you link like Shopify to Facebook. So like if someone, for your Facebook business page, if someone wants to buy directly from Facebook, you can have that all sync with Shopify. So if they purchase right from Facebook, it'll go into Shopify, and then if you use Printful for drop shipping, it'll all be synced, and you don't have to do anything. So Derek says, as you said, it's all about knowledge. Absolutely. My brother and I are going at it now because he doesn't see the market as a good thing. I tell my daughter, don't be a dumb person with the smartphone. Yeah, absolutely. I'm big on that. Like, seriously, it's definitely all about knowledge. Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, I go out with my brother and my family members all the time, like, yo, buy and invest. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I mean, it's definitely about knowledge. But yeah, that is why, like, one of the main reasons I put out the social media marketing course, because your smartphone is not just for like entertainment, not just to text and pictures. Like, listen, that's cool. We want to do that. But you are holding a computer in your hand. You're holding a computer, potential multi-million-dollar business in your hand, and you ain't even know it. And you don't even know it. Like, seriously, it's not like back in the day. Back in the day, like, we had flip phones. You could only call. Even before you could text, all you could do was call. Or when text came out, all you could do was call and text. Like, okay, now this is a computer. This is an encyclopedia. This is a university. This could be a multi-million-dollar business, but you got to take advantage of it. You got to make sure you take advantage of it. You got to know how to monetize. You got to know about online products and services. You got to know all the opportunities that exist on social media, and how you can network and just sell products on social media, how you can meet people on social media, how you can, make money on social media, how you can run ads and target different groups, and how you can, get traffic to your website and traffic to, your online store. All that through social media, all through your smartphone. I can go on and on how you can just learn. Instead of going to college, I mean, college is good, but if you don't, want to go to college, you don't necessarily have to go to college. Let me get my charger from my laptop before it dies. Like if you said like I'm not able to go to college, all I have is a smartphone, you can learn damn near everything you will learn in college on this smartphone. Like YouTube and stuff like that. You can learn so much on YouTube without actually having to physically be in a classroom. You can learn, digitally. So now you guys can learn from the comfort of your own home. without me having to physically be there to talk to you or teach you information. Nowadays, you don't have to do that. I worked in corporate America. I wanted to be an advisor and go up the ladder and stuff like that. Now I look back and laugh like, why do I got to do that? Like, I don't have to, kiss somebody, kiss up to somebody or whatever, just to get up the corporate ladder or maybe to be an advisor or teach people or something like that. I don't have to do that. I can go on Facebook Live or YouTube Live or Zoom and talk directly to my people, directly about whatever we want to talk about, finance or business, stuff like that. I don't have to go through anybody. I don't have to ask permission for anybody. I don't have to go through anybody. I don't have to ask any higher ups. There's no middleman. There's no gatekeeper. So you need to know that this exists. And you need to take advantage of it. Social media, internet gives you a direct-to-consumer relationship to do business. So if you want to be an actor, you don't gotta go to Hollywood, or if you want to shoot a movie, you don't gotta go to Hollywood. You can. You can put it out on YouTube or Vimeo or something like that. Or if you want to have a book, I have a book coming out as well soon. I don't have to go to a publisher. I don't have to. I can, or I can just self-publish, put it on Amazon, and then hit directly on social media, directly to my people, and tell them to go get the book. I don't have to beg a publisher to put this out. So we just need to be aware of the times that we're in. That's one of the main things I talk about in my book. My book will be out in the summertime, so make sure you check that out. But that's one of the main things I talk about. Main thing we need to be aware of. Audrey says, absolutely correct. It's a game. They make us think we need or we are not worthy. Absolutely. Like, absolutely. Like, seriously, that's why it's like, nowadays, it's like, listen, like, whatever you want to do, like, you have the ability to do it. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. But this didn't exist in the past. Like, in the past, 80s, 90s and before, or early 2000s, like, we really couldn't do what we do now. Like, even if you're like, let's say you wanted to be in the music or be a rapper, you had to, number one, make a demo, which costs money. You had to go to New York and LA where all the radio record labels were. You had to stand out, to be let into where the record company is, just to get in the door, get past the gatekeeper, get past the receptionist, whatever, just to get to the A&R, just to get your demo for them to hear it. Then they got to hear your demo and like your stuff and all that. Now, if you want to be a rapper or a singer, whatever, all you got to do is get your laptop, record by yourself, put it on the internet, put it on YouTube or Vimeo or SoundCloud, and put it out there to the masses. Get an Instagram page, a Facebook page, maybe run some ads, get some traffic, and you can put your own stuff out. You can put your own stuff out. There's no gatekeepers. The gatekeepers are gone. Okay, working and listening. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Audrey, for just being here. Can't wait to interview you on February 15th. Anybody else wants to interview Aaron? I'd love to interview you if you're interested. You can email me, info@ryanjmccrary.com, info@ryanjmccrary.com, and you can we can put you on the schedule. I love to just interview you, talk about your business, get more people to support your store. Derek says, I was born in 1967. My mama and daddy had the foresight to get us in Encyclopedia Britannica. Yeah, I remember the big encyclopedias. That was my computer. It's a new day showing up. Yes, born in 67. Okay, so Derek got me by about 20 years. I was born in 87. My brother was born in 67. He's like 20 years older than me. But yeah, man, Derek is definitely on point. Also, let me know how your daughter liked that shirt. How your daughter liked that T-shirt. If she liked it or not. If anybody wants to get it, go to ourblackapparel.com, ourblackapparel.com. Also, support Aaron's store. Put the link to your website down there, King. Also, Audrey's in here. She has an amazing notary business. So, Derek, I know you're local. Anybody that's local in Philadelphia, the tri-state, or Delaware County area, make sure if you need a notary, make sure you go to Audrey, therollingnoteandmore.com. Do not go to anybody else. Black Legacy, BLK Legacy, I'm bring that up. So Derek says she loves it and she'll be wearing on her dress down day at her Catholic school. That's great. What school does she go to, Derek? What school does she go to? Let's go to Black Legacy. Boom. It's a nice website. I like it. Boom. Got the pop-up, the lead magnet. This is great. Is this your MailChimp? Does that go to MailChimp? St. Martin de Porres. Okay, yeah, I've heard of St. Martin de Porres in North Philly. This is great. Only thing I would say, Aaron, maybe do more than 5% if you can. If you don't have to, but I would just do at least maybe 10% if you can. Just from a sales and marketing perspective, 5% won't probably really wow people. So I would just maybe do at least 10% if you want to. You don't have to. Just a suggestion. I'm gonna put my email in there so I can subscribe to his list. Okay. But yeah, this is dope though. See, Black Excellent Emotion. Here's all his collection. I'm gonna grab a shirt from you too, man. I gotta grab one. And that's dope. You got some dope products on here. Melanated Queen, Melanated King, Melonless. Yeah, that's man. This is a dope website. Got the catalog. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely grab a shirt from you. Or a hoodie. I definitely like that. Looks like you got Printful linked, which is great. So you can do that drop shipping thing. Drop shipping is like literally God sent. It's like literally God sent. I love drop shipping. You don't have to ship or print anything. But yeah, this is dope, man. I really like this website. So everyone on here, please, if you can, go and support my brother. Go and support. Because something I was talking to about someone earlier today was like saying like a lot of people saying like buy black or stuff like that, but it's like, are you really buying black? You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are using it as a hashtag or something like that, but it's like, listen, we need more than just a hashtag. We need more than like a share on social media. We need you to really be buying black. Like seriously, supporting these black owned businesses, supporting these startup companies, stuff like that. If we don't get behind them, they're not gonna win. We're gonna die. No one's gonna support a black business. Of course they can, it's not, guaranteed nobody will, but for the most part, no one's going to support a black business but a black person. So if we don't, who the hell else is going to support? We will die. All the businesses will die. We will not have any business if we don't support our own. Okay, Derek says, hurry up and buy them shirts as heat. Finish the research site. Yes, go on there, Derek. Go on there right now and buy one. Please, for real. I know you bought the Young Black Mind t-shirt from my store, which was great. Thank you. So yeah, go on there and buy Aaron's. I know Audrey, she'll probably support you too, because I can speak specifically. I know Audrey. I know where her heart is at. And I know, if she can, she will support you as well. So everyone on there, get that website if you haven't already. It's right there. blklegacy.com, blklegacy.com. We got about 10 more minutes before we'll wrap. If you guys have any last questions or comments, anything, make it say, yeah, maybe I would do 10%, just, because 5% somebody might be like, 5%. Yeah, I would do 10% just to draw them in more, get more people on your email list. Send out those email marketing campaigns, all different products and things and codes and whatever case may be, especially when different holidays come up, especially like Black Friday already passed, but like whatever holidays come up, like Father's Day or Mother's Day, or Martin Luther King Day just passed, any other type of little special weekends like Memorial Day weekend or Labor Day weekend, 4th of July weekend, we shouldn't celebrate that. Just send out different discount codes or other ways, other different promotional specials. So we got about 9 minutes left. I want to thank you guys so much for just attending, taking time out of your busy schedule. Also, lastly, if you want to, talk one-on-one coaching session, we can definitely do that. If you're here right now, I'll take, a lot of money off a session if you are interested. Just let me know. I can put the link down there if you want to schedule, just so we can talk more one-on-one, more in depth. We can really go over business goals, really look at, how we can get more email subscribers, really get more people into your store or your service-based business, whatever the case may be. If you want to talk, more one-on-one, you can schedule a coaching session with me, And just for you being here tonight, I'll take probably like 50 to 75% off the fee just for you being here, if anyone's interested. Let's wrap up the main things we were talking about tonight. Let me see. Yeah, let me post a link for you. One second. Let me get it. Okay, so there's the link. Now on there, the fee will probably say $150, but for anybody in here, I'm going to drop it down to $47 a session. That's like literally 75, 80% off the fee. People normally pay like anywhere from 150 to 200 per session, but anybody in here from tonight, I'll do it for as low as $47 for a session, which is like literally bottom dollar. For all the information we can cover. So it's just for the people here. I didn't even stream this. We're not streaming on Facebook. We're not streaming on YouTube. We're not streaming on any other platform. This is specifically for you guys. This was not open to anybody else, nobody on social media. So anybody in here, I know exactly who was in here. If you want to schedule a one-on-one session, I'll do it for like literally 70, 80% off the normal coaching fee. I'm also going to send out the replay to all just the students. If you came in a little bit late and you missed the beginning session, I'll take like I'll send out the replay to everybody so you can just see the replay. But the main things we're going to recap tonight. Number one, how to invest in marijuana industry. If you're interested, go to the Stash app, go to corporate cannabis, and there was like all the holdings. If I can bring it back up. Let me see. Let me bring it back up. Okay, it's like all the holdings that are in there, managed by the ETF management group. So yeah, if you want to get that, if you want to get corporate cannabis, that's how you can get it. Stash app, or there's other ways, but that's just the way I know specifically. If you want to get it, get the Stash app. You can buy it like that. Aaron just bought it like that. Number one. Number two, if you have Jordans or Nikes, also buy a share of stock. You got an Apple iPhone, buy a share of Apple. You on Facebook all day, every day, buy a share of Facebook. You go to Target and Walmart every day, every week, spend 100, 200 like it's nothing. Buy a share of stock in Target. Buy a share of stock in Walmart. I think it's like Walmart's like 70 or 80 bucks now. It's not that much, probably literally less than what you spend for a weekend at Walmart. The share stock, the share price is less than that. So I would suggest you buy that. Also, what else do we cover? I know someone asked before, mutual funds versus stocks. It all depends. Either one, definitely just do something. Mutual funds will put you in multiple different stocks, should be diversified. Individual stock just be in that one individual company. So just from that perspective, a mutual fund is less risky because you're in multiple different investments as opposed to one stock. If you buy just one stock and that stock tanks, you can lose all your money. If you're in a mutual fund and one or two stocks tank, you got hundreds of other stocks to make up for the difference. Other than that, other tips to just get your online store up. Number one, just do something and take action. I could talk all day, but if you don't take action, it doesn't matter. So take action, definitely take action. Another thing, if you have e-commerce, use Shopify. You don't have to, but I would strongly suggest using Shopify. You could also use Big Cartel, or there's other ones, Etsy, but I like Shopify. Make sure you have a nice, tight website. You have your lead magnet like Aaron has, so someone goes to your site and not ready to purchase, which 97% of the people are not. That will capture their information because then we can market to them by email. We can nurture them. We can build a relationship with that customer. Even if they don't want to be a customer right away, they can be a customer down the line. But if you have no lead magnet, then all is lost. It's like someone walking in your front door, walk right out the back door. You don't stop them. You don't ask them for information. You don't check them at the gate. No, as soon as they go to your site, you check them at the gate. We capture the info. We nurture them. We market to them. They become customers later on down the line. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other additional questions or comments, please feel free to put them in. I want to thank you guys so much for just tuning in. Again, I'm going to be interviewing Audrey, who is one of our top students, queen that I love, on February 15th at 10 a.m. I'll send a link out so you guys can be in the Zoom for that. You're welcome, Audrey. Now, Derek says, last question for me. What do you think many of our people are afraid of the market and cryptocurrency? Good luck and take care of yourself. Yeah, of course. Aaron, of course, thank you for coming. If you guys don't come, I have nobody to talk to. So thank you guys. Okay, Derek, let me see your question. What do you think many of our people are afraid of the market and cryptocurrency? Why? I mean, honestly, I just think brainwashed, we're psychologically damaged. This is not something we're used to. Number one, like crypto, people don't know what the hell crypto is. So to some people, it's like literally like a foreign language. So just trying to get people just on board understanding it, like, I think, people just have the traditional mindset too much. Like, most of us just aren't open to new way. Like, I know people that like won't even use PayPal, won't use Cash App. Like, nah, what is it? I like cash. I'm like, listen, like, you don't know how to send money through PayPal. Like, if you want to send me money, I don't want to have to go to you all the time. Like, yo, PayPal me that money and I can get the money. I don't have to meet up with you. I don't got to take time out of the day to meet up. Like, no, I know people that don't even use PayPal. They won't even use Cash App, let alone cryptocurrency. Like, what is that? If anyone in the group wants to get together for crypto meetup, I'm in the burbs. Yep, absolutely. I know Derek is local. We can definitely have a crypto meetup. I'm down with that. I know they're having a crypto. I know Dr. Boyce is going to have a live crypto summit. I think in Atlanta in like May. I think. But yeah, and as far as like the market, I mean, I think most people, honestly, like I don't know. I think we just don't know nothing about it. So I mean, it's hard for me because like me, I worked in finance and I worked in the stock market and I like literally saw every day how much money people were making. Like people would literally call up like, what's the federal gift tax limits? Like I have 140,000 to put in right now. Am I going to get extra tax for that? Because that's over the limit. Like, no, that's not over the limit. You can put up to like 280 or something like that. But literally have like $100,000 I can just put in an investment account like it's nothing. Like, so I dealt with that and just seeing people have all this wealth, retirement accounts worth millions of dollars. I seen how easy it was to take money out. If you do need the money, at the end of the day, that's your money. So I seen somebody that have like 10, 20, 100,000 in there. Oh, I need the money. Okay. You ask them a couple questions and they take the money out. But I just think so. Me, I've worked in it. So like for me, it's a no brainer. But if I never worked in it, I never knew anything about investing, like how I would be, would I be apprehensive? I probably would. But I just think it's just a lack of knowledge. And it's also, I think, because we're like brainwashed by media. And a lot of people don't even know what money and wealth is. So a lot of people think he has a nice car, he has money. That doesn't mean he has money. A car literally has nothing to do with wealth, nothing to do with money. That's like nigger rich. Like nigger rich, I got a nice car, whatever. Like that's not real money. That's not real wealth. So I think a lot of us are just brained by media and social media and thinking that we know what money is or we get money. I got cash, I'm getting money. Like that's not real money. What do you own? What do you own? Do you own properties? Do you own businesses and franchises and investment portfolios and venture capitalist firms and stuff like that? Like that's real money. So I think a lot of our people just don't even know what real money is. We don't know what wealth is. We don't talk about ownership. We don't talk about stuff like that. Okay, Audrey, last question. I'm sorry, Derek and Audrey. Let me see. Let me go back up. You go out to work or whatever. Do you think about getting hit by a car? Yeah, exactly. My brother lives in Derek said my brother lives in Houston. To him, what you've been talking about tonight is for the white boys. He tripping. He tripping. That's why they laughing at us when we lining up for sneakers but don't have Nike stock. They laughing at us like, okay, give the niggas some sneaks. They want sneaks and they want jewelry and stuff like that. Yeah, give it to them. Okay. These stocks? Oh no. Businesses? No. You guys want to own properties and own the whole block and you own the stores? Oh no. We're not gonna give them that. We'll give them the sneakers. We'll give them the jewelry. Oh yeah, we'll give them that. Audrey says, last question. White dolls get the money because we still trying to figure out while they get paid. You waste money every day. Exactly. Exactly. We waste money every day. Every day we waste money and blow money. And we don't think about saving, investing, all that type of stuff. So, owner beyond Andre Hatchett. Absolutely. Andre's my man. I know he was just in Philly. I didn't get a chance to see him yet. I don't know if he left to go to New York yet. Schedules was like real conflicting. But Andre's definitely my man, 100 grand. But yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I don't know. But that is why I'm on the front lines. That is why you guys are going to be successful because you're early adopters. You understand it. You get it. We're not going to be able to get the whole community on board, but we can get, some of us we can get some of us on board. So that's why I'm out here. I'm on the front lines. I'm not one of those people that have the information and learned it and say, no, I'm going to give it to you. I don't want you guys to be successful. I don't want you guys to know what they're really talking about in these banks and all this stuff. I've been in, like I said, corporate America and banks and meeting with top bankers and all that stuff. I've been in there and ain't nobody looking like us in there, especially black men. So that is why I'm out here on the front lines trying to provide for my people. So if you want any more info, if you want to get a session to talk one-on-one, the link's there. And only anybody here is going to get 80% off the coaching fee. We have Audrey coming up to be interviewed. Anybody else want to interview, send email to info@ryanjmccrary.com. info@ryanjmccrary.com. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll have another Q&A very, very shortly. Also, email me and just let me know what you guys want to talk about. I don't want to just come with topics that I think are important. I want to come to topics that you guys want to talk about, you guys want to learn more about. That's why I love when Derek emails me because Derek will say, like, can we have something about crypto or whatever the case may be? I like that. I want that feedback. I want to know, like, what you guys want to talk about. We have new courses coming out. Like, what type of courses do you guys want? What would be helpful? Any ways I can make it better? Any ways I can help more? Whatever the case may be, just please let me know. Please email me. Info@ryanjmccrary.com. Info@ryanjmccrary.com. Everyone, thank you for being here. Have a great night and a great weekend.